Following war crimes in Russia, the European Union have decided to impose fresh sanctions, including a ban on coal imports from Moscow that will be implemented from mid-August 2022. The announcement of the sanction has fueled a rally in global coal trade prices that were already trading at escalated levels post the outbreak of Russia-Ukraine war in late Feb. The European Commission has proposed a ban on 4 billion euros worth of Russian coal imports per year and has plans to phase out Russian coal imports completely. This may have a cascading impact in the near term on global coal trade dynamics, as the demand for dirty fuel remains strong amid escalated LNG and crude oil prices. Now let us understand how much coal shortage is expected. Russia accounts for 65 to 70% of total European Union's coal imports. Russian gas also represents 45% of the total European Union's imports. This means that with the ban in place, the highest impact would be seen on European Union's power sector, which mainly uses thermal coal. As per Coalman data, Russia exported a total of 42.2 million tons of thermal coal to European Union in 2021, which is 65% of European Union's total thermal coal imports. It means that there would be a shortage of 17 to 18 million tons of thermal coal in the remainder 2021 and around 40 million tons from the next year in the European market. Subsequently, the European Union has to look for alternate sources like Indonesia and Australia to fill the supply gap, while the existing exporters like South Africa, US and Colombia are likely to benefit from the ban. In the case of coking coal too, Russia exported about 3.2 million tons of coking coal, which is 10 to 15% of European Union's total coking imports. And thus, with the ban in place, European Union has to increase its sourcing from Australia and US. So, how easily will Europe be able to source its coal requirement from alternate sources? Amid these changing dynamics, the European Union has to face hindrances while sourcing from alternate origins, as the coal supplying countries are already dealing with several issues. Higher domestic coal demand in Indonesia, coupled with increased DMO, domestic market obligations, has affected the coal availability for exports. South Africa is already dealing with logistical issues from past 2 years. The US has already cut down on its coal production amid environmental concerns, while Australian miners are unable to boost output quickly, hampered by floods, labor shortages, and most of their coal are tied up with contracts with existing customers. Adding to the woes, sanctions have already forced major buyers like Japan and South Korea to look for coal from alternate sources, as they are wary of trading with Russia. Amid this demand-supply imbalance, thermal and coking coal prices are unlikely to see pre-COVID levels and may remain elevated. And high coal prices may add heavily to the import bill of countries like Japan, South Korea, Europe and Vietnam. Countries like China and India are looking up to increase their coal purchases from Russia at discounted rates using rupee ruble and yuan ruble payment systems. For more updates on coal and coke markets, please visit www.coalman.com.